This is Narahari Adhikari. I'm, I'm appearing to so many people this morning on I'm with the Chef. I have something to share with you, especially to Nepalese chefs who are, as well as those who are based in Nepal, and also hoteliers and restaurant operators. We would appeal to you all to listen to this program, and then if you have really understood it and if you want to come and tie up yourself in a form of a federation and start up a business of our own. All these years, chefs have been serving others. They have been preparing food to meet the tastes of different customers. But now we invite you, more than a worker, let's all be united to set up a food processing industry whereby with our knowledge of all these years of hardship, we can truly make different kinds of food items that we can sell to the Nepalese, especially housewife, food that are needed on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to share to you what Chefs Cooperative Society is all about. Now, this is going to be not a so big project, but eventually it is going to be a little costly too. We can't do it by ourselves, but we want a team of chefs to be united to set up this industry. I'm looking at the cost. The total cost of the project will be between 7 to 8 crores. Now we are going to have shareholders to put in shares. We are looking something like 25 people in an initial stage. Each person is authorized to put 10 lakhs of rupees, and you have to pay this in 2 installments. Initially, you begin with 5 lakhs, and within a year, you fill up another 5 lakhs to make a total of 10 lakhs. And we are planning to have this project based in Bhaktapur because we want to be close to an area where we will have steady supplies of fruits and vegetables from the farmers. We have to purchase land for this factory, for the site, and of course we cannot look for expensive land. We have to find a land which is somewhere in a village in Bhaktapur, which is easily accessible by road and have other facilities such as telephone and water lines, water supplies. So our cost is going to be on the land, and our cost is also going to be on the building. We are going to make a factory building as well as some rooms for important persons, workers, to stay there, because we want people, the main people working in the factory, to be living close to the factory. So we need to build some quarters for the people. Therefore, I'm looking at the initial cost of 7 to 8 crore rupees. We put in 10 lakhs rupees each, divided into 2 installments, and after which we would apply for a loan from the government and other institutions which are prepared to help us. We have already called for people to come and join us. I have some good news. Some hoteliers and people who are running restaurants have shown their interest. We have so far 2 people who are willing to put in their shares, and I would invite chefs also to participate in this project. The main objective of this project is to make you to become your own, to run your own business. All these years you have been either working in Nepal or you have been stationed abroad working in hotels and restaurants to make a living. Now with your earning, let's put in some money, all of us, and set up a factory so that we can live in Nepal, work in Nepal, and sell our products to the Nepalese. We do not have to rely too much on foreigners, because the products which we are going to make can be easily consumed by Nepalese customers and housewives here in Nepal. So our first stage will be in Bhaktapur, and when this project runs successfully, our next attempt will be to set up a similar factory in Pokhara. So this is our plan in the initial state. And some of the products which we are going to make would include jam, jellies, marmalade, tomato ketchup, tomato paste, tomato puree, and we are going to make dry pastas such as dry lasagna and dry ravioli for the vegetarian as well as for non-vegetarian. We are going to make sun-dried tomatoes because in seasons we have plenty of tomatoes available in Nepal. We dry them, we pack them, and we sell when tomatoes are in scarcity. We are going to make different types, we are going to dry different types of herbs and pack them. And one herb which we will be making is a dry form of herbs which we use to season European food. We will be making agar-agar, which is a kind of gelatin out of weeds. We have a lot of weeds which is found growing wild in the lakes of Beknas and Pewa. We will gather the weeds, we will wash them, we will boil them, and then we will filter it, and then we'll dry them to make agar-agar. Agar-agar is a seaweed gelatin, which is usually used in the making of Asian desserts. They are very expensive in Nepal, which has to be imported from Thailand. We are going to process this and sell in our market. Now we are going to make dry garlic powder and dry ginger powder. We have a lot of garlic and ginger in season, so let's make powder, and it will be very convenient for the housewives when you have such materials in a dried form. Similarly, we are going to make peanut butter, and we are going to make few cookies such as peanut brittle and beehive cookies and many more, pack them and sell. All our products will be consumed locally. I don't think we have problem looking into the market because the products won't be too expensive and they are being sold in the local market for the local consumers. Now this is what my thoughts are based upon, and I would like chefs who are listening to this project or program to show your interest, to tie hands, and let's start one in Nepal. All this while we have remained servants. We haven't learned to become masters. Perhaps some of you have already started restaurants or hotels of your own, but now let's not go into hotels and restaurants, but we prepare food which is needed for the hotels, for the restaurant, as well for Nepalese housewife. So this project is going to be something new for all of us, and I will request you once again, let's tie our hands together. Now here are some of the objectives of this project. Now number one objective, we learn to become entrepreneurs. Now we are going to shift our profession. All these years, we have become employees. People employ us to work for their hotels and restaurants. Now, let's become entrepreneurs. Let's start our own business. Number 2, let us prove to the world that Nepalese chef can do something. We are not only workers, but we have our knowledge. With all these years of our experience, let's assemble them together. And let's start something and to prove to the world that we can also become businessmen and industrialists. This is objective number 2. And objective number 3, we will have locally made products which will be less expensive than what you buy in the market at present. Now the jellies and jams which you get in the shops, artificially, we are going to get into the real process of making jams from original fruits. So our jams will be much more tastier than what you get from the market at present. And it's going to be nutritious as well. So these are some of the objectives. And when we get into this business, we will be dividing our staff force into 3 categories. Number 1, we will have growers, people who have land. Many chefs, they own land in the villages. We will teach you to grow. What are the fruits and vegetables which are needed for our industry? So the growers will have to grow such kind of fruits and vegetables and supply to us the product. There you have a job to do. You don't have to remain idle. And the land which is going wasted until now, you can make use of the land to cultivate your crops. Number 2, the second category of people for our industry are workers in the factory. Okay. The second category of people will be manufacturers. We have a lot of trained chefs, many senior chefs who know how to process all these food items. Now we are going to produce them. You use them to produce these kinds of food items in the factory and then pack them. And the third category of people will be people to indulge in marketing, people who are responsible to sell our products to different shops, hotels, restaurants. So we will be employing many people, and they all will have some work to do. And this will not make us ideal. And finally, the aim of this industry is to invite chefs who have been serving outside of Nepal for so long. We want you to return to Nepal once again. You have seen the result of staying behind. Many are frustrated. Many are stranded in different countries of the world. They wish to come back. So once we set up this, we will have a lot of chefs returning back to Nepal, and you have your own role to play in the factory. So these are some of the objectives of this industry, and I hope it will be beneficial to all of us, because your family members want you to stay near to them. So come back and let's be united. Chefs who are abroad listening to this program, please get in touch with me. If you have any questions, be kind enough to ask me. I leave behind to you if you have any questions to ask, or you can write to me. I will leave you behind my email address and contact address. If you have any question, please leave behind. One more thing which I would like to share with you. There are many associations, chef associations in Nepal. But let's do something that is profitable. Associations, you get to know each other, share the occupation which you have been doing all these years. But this institution which we are planning to establish is a money-earning institution. Let's do something to make money. So by this, I come to an end, and I wish you good luck and keep in touch. Let's get together. Write to me what you have to say. What are your doubts, which I will be very happy to clarify to you all. Thank you very much.